We probably are.
All right. Hey, guys. It's me, Charlie the plumber, and Shelby.
Wow.
And Shelby.
Oh.
And Zach. How's everyone doing? I have to reboot. Not with new boots, but with old boots. All right, get back in here. Yay! There we are. There we are. Yes, we're live, Shelby.
Your volume's up.
What happened?
Nothing.
First one to
Nothing.
give her the old thumbs up. And maybe I'm going to sign in first.
I don't think you're supposed to thumbs up your own video.
Why not?
Bad for the algorithm, isn't it?
It doesn't really matter.
You told me not to do it.
I was just being annoying.
I'm just going to sign up.
You
Say
do that?
first. First. So how's things going today?
So good. How about you?
So right. I feel good.
Na, 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 na. Oh, we can't do that.
No, you can't.
You can talk through it.
No.
So
No one's here.
that's okay. We can hang out together. So your
I
day,
don't want to, though.
All right. Well, then get up and get the hell out of here before Zach yells at you again.
I know, right?
So anyway, what's going on this weekend for you guys? It's supposed to be cold. It's been nice all week.
It's supposed to be cold?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 60 all weekend with chance of rain as well.
Yikes.
So, it's starting the summer off
Mm-hmm.
where you get the great weather during the week, and then on the weekends, do, 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 do.
I just did that.
So anyway, my question, and
You
maybe,
asked a question, didn't let us answer it.
well, go ahead. I've been waiting.
No, you haven't. You haven't stopped talking.
All right, go ahead.
So tomorrow, I'm
No,
going
really, what are you
to-
doing?
I'm telling you.
All right.
Tomorrow, I'm going to Frankenmuth with my friend for the night, and we're going to Beer Fest.
Is that tomorrow, the beer fest?
Yes.
That'd be cool.
And Saturday, but we're not staying Saturday. And then Saturday, we have our niece's birthday party.
Yeah.
And then Sunday is a recoup day.
Sunday is going to be one of them days that you're just going to have to get up and get moving.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll be okay, but Zach will be hung over like a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
probably true.
Because he always, when he gets out there with them relatives of his, he gets drunk.
Does he?
Outdoors is here all the way from Florida. Give him
What's
a
going
clap.
on outdoors?
No, don't give him the clap.
Don't say stuff like that.
I didn't say that. I was
Yes,
just
you
saying,
did.
hey, welcome. So, my question to you guys, what is so obviously we've been looking at different stuff. We just went through the thing on Alibaba about potentially buying some wood for the deck.
Yeah,
And it seems like it's too good to be true.
it's not. That's
Why
not
would
how
you
that
get-
is.
Why would you get it there, though?
So China is one of the cheapest manufacturing countries there is.
Yeah.
Hello, John.
Hello, John.
Hello, John.
John, stick around. I want to ask you something about Wisconsin. Go
You're
ahead.
just going to
Hold
pop
on.
in and leave?
No, you never know.
True.
He's from Crystal Falls, or he goes to Crystal Falls. So,
So that means that he's a flake?
no,
Oh.
that's not what I said.
It's kind of what you were saying.
That's kind
Are
of
you
what you're
going to
saying.
finish your friggin' story about Alibaba, or you want me to come back to it?
Oh,
yikes.
so mass economic sales. China manufactures everything at huge volume, from screws to smartphones. Large scale equals lower cost. I've ordered stuff from Alibaba. What did I order? I ordered my hat press.
Okay.
That's at my house.
Didn't you get a 3D printer or no?
No, I didn't order that through them.
Oh.
But it's the same quality shit. It's more than likely, imagine a Cub Cadet lawnmower.
Yeah.
It's produced in the same friggin' factory
Oh,
as
yeah.
the Toro. And they're both overseas.
Right.
So why does it matter? So it's just like we were looking at a proofer for her.
Mm-hmm.
We could have got, the proofer was $180. The shipping's the expensive part.
Right.
But that's how they make it up. They probably throw in that extra cost, and you still get something that is Alibaba's a wholesaling Amazon company.
Okay.
And they have good reviews, like the one that we were looking at for that wood.
Yeah.
They have 61,000 sales.
Okay.
and it's a 5-star review.
Oh,
So at
that's-
61,000 with 5.0 reviews,
and
you're
here's
not really missing.
no, here's the thing with that is everyone wants it yesterday. And I just, it's at a point right now where I'm getting in trouble now because my stuff is not done. And now I need to, I got like some time tomorrow. I could do some stuff on
That's
it.
true. But
Damn it.
with a little bit of planning, you could knock that deck out in 2 days. If you did it on my off weekend and didn't yell at me, so I had to quit on you again, then I would probably be able to give you a hand.
All right. So what am I going to do when I do yell at you?
Well, Shelby cries, but she normally keeps working.
Yep. It's true.
I get the belt out. Whack. Oh, I'm sorry.
I'll call my dad.
Your dad actually would be online if he had nothing else going on, but
True.
obviously he's got stuff going
He
on.
must be busy.
So here's some things that I'm looking to buy. Obviously, my smoker took a dumper
That
on
got you
Monday.
in trouble talking about things you wanted to buy today.
I know it. It always does, but right, she hasn't listened. So usually she doesn't listen. If she does, then I'm up Schitt's Creek again without that paddle.
Yeah, you're up there
But
anyways.
my smoker died on Monday. I actually had two of them, and the one was a grill / smoker from Sam's Club that I bought probably, I don't know, I bought that for the Wild Game Dinner, so it's probably goes back about maybe 5-6 years ago, I'm gonna guess.
Okay.
And so basically the motor took a crap, and this is the second time it's happened. The first time I got it going again, and see, John's leaving. I wanted to ask him about a friggin' smoker out in Wisconsin. He'll have to come back. Come back, John, when you're done. But
Did you ever send him his item that he won?
yeah, he got a
Yeah.
cup
Okay.
He
Yeah.
did.
Checking.
long time ago. But anyway, so you look at all this stuff online. So in this whole story come out because we were in Minnesota over the weekend and we went golfing with Luke's dad and his stepdad. And when we got out there, what happened was Lance was supposed to make us chuck roast after he was going to smoke on the smoker.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets up in the morning, he's getting ready to do it, and his smoker takes a dump. So I giggle and laugh at them all. Oh, sure would be nice to have that chuck roast. Well, obviously, I
that's
friggin'
mean.
jinxed myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
And in jinxing myself, I mean, I come home from lunch or I come home from work at 12 o'clock. I was putting ribs on. So I come home, I went to fire up the smoker, and it's like, why is this thing not smoking? And I was, after I come home, I turned it on and walk back inside. I'm, I waiting for it to heat up a little bit. Usually the smoke starts rolling, and come back outside. It's like, what the hell's going on? So I look at it, and the friggin' thing had popped the breaker on my cord that I had it plugged into.
Nice.
So I plug her back in. I hear
Can
We
you,
didn't need that long of a.
Oh,
Can you-
well, that's what I heard.
can you explain what that means? Can you translate for
So
us?
that was
Do you
that.
speak smoker?
That was the motor
Motor.
going. Oh, I
Can you
can't
mute
turn.
him next time he goes that long into detail?
I can't turn no more. So with that being said, now I got a hammer and a screwdriver, and I'm whack, 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 whack on this thing to get it to move,
Okay.
and I got nothing.
Like this? Oh, sorry. Wasn't fast enough. Why is it? Oh, right here.
You can do it well. Yes. Yep. That's what it sounded like. So with that being said,
See,
I got
we're
all
done.
pissed off. I stomped around. So I was like, well, I'm going to take the other cover off the other smoker that I've had.
Why did you have two?
Because I had one and then I won the pellet smoker.
Sometimes there's no reason to ask questions.
Yeah, Shelby.
Oh,
Because they
sorry.
don't have to say something and someone could be listening. I don't know if they are or not.
I don't
but
think so.
anyway, so no, I had the other smoker. There's nothing wrong with it. Well, obviously, with stuff sitting there for a long period of time,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, you sit in the chair for too long, your old bones don't want to work like they were used to years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what happened with the smoker. My flame was like this high. So tell me what I did. I got my channel locks and I walked over to the regulator and
Regulated.
no, come on, help
I
me out
don't know.
with the noise. With the noise.
This?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you didn't tell me I still needed it.
Well, I was pointing right to it.
I thought you were talking with your hands.
On the regulator,
Keeping
and I
this
still
close
got
by.
nothing. So I went up underneath at the 2 burners, and
Ow, it pinched my finger.
then on the other
It's
one.
so loud.
Anyway, so I tried to beat the rust off, and it didn't work out so well. So I got all pissed off, and I come inside, brought my ribs in, and I threw them in the oven, which I am 100% against the oven because 3
Why?
callers ahead of you, Jimmy used to cook his ribs in there, and I always told him they were marginal at best. And then here I am having to throw my ribs into the oven because I had no other choice. I had 3 slabs of ribs, and I had people coming over in like 4 hours. So I threw them in the oven for a while, and then when I come home, I had made the sauce earlier. So I come home, I threw them on the flat stone to basically finish them off. But it's at a point where now I use my smoker enough where I think I need a new one.
Mm.
So in looking at, and this is why I'm asking our crowd, I'm looking at a new smoker. And they have a smoker from Wisconsin. It's at Chaisson,
Okay.
Chaisson or something like that. Welding from Tiki Taki. And you
What
know
is
what?
it?
It's
Yeah.
CHAISSON, I think. Smoke. Right there. Smoke.com. So basically I got in there and they make some rocket stoves and some cool stuff. Well, they got a smoker in there that is pretty much that one right there, I believe. Not 100% sure. No, that's just the casters.
Yeah.
You have to go to the smoker section. But they've got these smokers in there. It looks like it's a pretty sweet friggin' rig, but it's either okay, go and pick it up, or that one right there on the outside edge. So that looks
Yikes.
like a pretty heavy duty smoker that should last me for a long time. Would you stop? It does when you so
I caught on now.
so this is how I'm going to justify the whole thing.
Yeah.
So when I snowplow during the wintertime,
Mhm.
usually I take that money and I spend it at Aruba.
Mm.
But obviously we normally don't get paid
You
for
don't
it.
need to justify.
All right, good.
Because honestly,
Good.
fuck it. Okay, so you can either buy junk 3 times or you can buy one really good one. Maybe you should probably cover it and not leave it out in the elements so much. But if you buy one good thing once, you don't have to buy it as often.
So what you're saying is kind of like Delta. You buy it for looks, buy it for life.
Go ahead.
Not sure that slogan.
What is that slogan?
That's one of the faucet companies.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Delta Airlines.
No.
I
Me
was like, I don't
too.
fucking know what you're talking
Buy it
about.
for looks, buy it for life. Or it could be mowing. one or
Mowing
the other.
faucets.
Oh, mowing. Doggone
Damn it.
Missed
47 years.
Missed it by that much.
You kind of had it right because you caught yourself.
Yeah. So anyway, I looked at this thing. It looks like it's well made. And his theory is
Who?
the guy that makes these things. So his theory is he wants to make something that's better than just the run of the mill walk into HD and buy a smoker. So this one's a little bit heavier.
Home Deputo.
And it's got a side mount pellet feeder on it, basically.
Okay.
So it would feed the pellets, and I looked at the feeder itself, and it's pretty expensive. So if you pull out the money off of the feeder, the smoker's really not too terrible. But I wanted to see if they would cut me a CTP logo for on there. Well, I haven't got no answer back on that one, but
What?
How'd you message him?
Email.
You should have Zach do all
Through
of your
customer
PR stuff.
No.
Customer support?
I just went through something, and you know me. I wasn't.
You might throw them a Instagram message as well. If they're on Tiki Taki, they got to be social media bound.
Well, I think he does quite a bit for social media now. It sounded like that was how their business took off. I seen a picture today. So I've been doing a little bit of research on them, and they make a nice rocket stove. They make, these smokers, and, I don't, this guy is saying, hey, someone probably said, hey, can you make me a smoker? Well, the guy can weld like a mofo. So he's like, yeah, I cut it up, this, that, and the other thing. So he's got some pretty cool stuff. He's got shelves that pull out on it, and it really looks like it's well made. So it's like, now it's a case of it's in Wisconsin. I looked at it, 7 hours and 54 minutes there. I can't do it. I can't drive 8 hours to pick up a smoker
Oh, why isn't there one around here you could get?
because he's the only one that makes it.
But what about a different brand?
But they don't make anything that's a heavy duty one like that. Now you're going to a big box store.
But
Or
I'm talking about like mom and pop places.
Yes.
There's nowhere
I have
Michigan, Ohio, Indiana.
Well, and that's why I'm here to ask our people.
but
hey,
nobody's here.
Hey, do you have the king of the smoker that you guys use? Because I know that TSC has the hell it starts with a P.
Penis.
Oh.
Yes, that too. That too. They have the pellet smokers up there, but it's kind of it's a 5-6 year friggin' smoker. I want something that's going to last for
Every smoker that you buy is going to be 5-6 years if you're buying from big box, and you're going to just leave it outside.
I understand that. That's why I don't want to
Ooh.
buy it from big box. I think I
Are you
want
gonna
To
leave
be
it outside,
fair,
though?
that your issue is going to be is if you leave it outside.
You think I could bring it inside and put it in like a bedroom or something like that?
In the winter.
You don't
he's
have any
saying.
kids here, so
Well, that's
He's
true.
saying
your daughter does stay here, so you could take that bedroom, and that she won't be able to stay here.
You're saying, he's saying in the winter to keep it out of the elements.
Yes, I understand that. But what do you do when you use it? I use my stuff year round. I know that you guys aren't. You guys aren't big outdoor cookers, or you're not a big outdoor cooker. Zach don't do any cooking, so it
Right.
don't matter.
What's that?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't disagree with you either way. I'm just saying,
So he
that's
can't put it inside.
I do understand.
you're,
Or
the whole
you're
can
gonna
thing.
have to,
can
as
you do
long
it
as
in the
you get
garage?
a
Why don't
decent
you do it?
cover
You
or
have
something.
to cover it. You have to do all that fun stuff.
What about the attached garage? You could smoke out of there.
The
In the winter.
attached garage, the one
Attached
that's
garage. Yeah, right here.
oh, the next door, or the one that's right here.
The attached garage.
Just the garage,
Have
not
you-
the barn.
Have you
Oh.
noticed the amount of stuff?
You cleaned it.
I did clean it, or
So
we
what I'm saying-
cleaned it. We
what I'm
cleaned it.
saying is that you could do that. Put it in there in the winter
Well, and
since
that
you use it.
that is possible. I mean, it's something
It really
that
wouldn't be that hard.
if anywhere, I'd probably go out in the barn, just because that way I can roll it in and around and out and about and whatever. I'm
That
going in there tomorrow
Where?
in the barn.
No
Do
way.
what?
Yeah,
I don't believe it.
So today I thought I was completely open all day. I get a text last night at 9:00, and I see the text that says, "What time are you going to be here?" Huh. I guess I should take a look and see what I scheduled that I didn't write down. Sure
Uh-oh.
enough, I put a hot water tank in today.
That's
So
good.
and that was a
Payday?
huh?
A payday?
No, it was
Oh.
just
Hit that. Turn that Orion off for a second. I just wanna.
oh.
Turn it off.
Screw you! I plugged in. You friggin' unplug it.
It's not by me.
Sure it is. It's right behind you. The top one.
That wasn't nice what you said.
Well, it wasn't nice for you to boss me around.
that is valid.
Nope.
Oh.
That was your plug for the.
No, that was fine.
Did it go off?
Yeah.
Oh, we're a little behind schedule. So anyway, that's my goal. In my question to you guys is, what have you bought in your lifetime? Not furniture or something for yourself that you've said, "Oh my God, this is the greatest thing I've ever bought."
My Kia.
I would agree with that statement for you.
I don't know if that. I don't think we can go with that one, because that's a vehicle that you had to have something. So pick again.
No.
We'll come back to you, because I'm not taking that for an answer.
My dogs.
You can't go with it's got to
No,
be
it's
An
make it
inanimate
fun.
object.
Make
My
this
car
fun.
is fun.
It's not that
I like.
fun.
You just said I would agree with that.
I
Now
would-
that he said that, now you
Hold
disagree
on,
with me.
hold on. I would agree with that statement, but also I see where he's coming from. What's something that you did not have to have that is your favorite purchase you've ever made?
I don't know. I don't buy stuff like that. I don't know.
I mean, like
I would say my laser.
your big laser,
Big laser.
your first one or your second one.
I hated the first one. That one. Actually, this is now my third laser. The first one I fucking sent back. They gave me store credit, and then I bought that other stupid one.
Yeah.
But I wish I would have. It's my favorite purchase because of the stuff I've been able to create.
Right.
Not because of the business, not because of anything like that, but just the most fun that I've spent the most time doing. Shelby?
My car. Like, I've never had a new car in my entire life. I never leased. I always drove used cars, whether they were from my parents, which I was grateful for, or whether I bought it, which was my last one. And this is my first
did
brand new
you
car that
say-
I have, so I'm happy about it.
Did
and
you
that's my
say
answer.
that you're grateful for it because you're not sure if your mom and dad are listening?
No, I'm grateful for it because I didn't have to ever pay for a car until I got my last one.
Well, I guess we'll take it.
I don't have any toys. I don't have a laser. I don't have a smoker. I don't have anything. Why
But
can't my
so-
car be an answer? I'm
so
so irritated
if you could
about
go
it.
out and buy something that is just off the hook, something that you don't want to spend the money on, but you would absolutely love to have it, what would it be? And you can't say a car.
You can't say another Kia Seltos.
I don't know.
um,
I don't know.
if I had
A new
to,
house.
You can't, but these are things
don't
you
have-
can't do.
it's got to be okay under $2,000.
Do, 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 do.
I would I'm between probably a couple. I like spending money though, so
I know it. That's a family thing, I think.
I like camera gear is always fun. But I would probably say a mint condition Trail 90 would be cool.
Yep.
I think Shelby will be happy with the purchase she's going to make.
A new car.
No, I have a new car.
No, her oven.
Bread oven.
Oh, yeah. So
So we're not talking about that. Screw that.
no, I think that's a great thing. But you have, I don't know much about ovens and proofers.
I don't either.
So it would be nice if you give me a little, a little
Proofer is
feedback.
basically just a climate controlled
Keeps
room.
the moisture in. Right.
Well,
In or out.
in or
Okay.
out. You choose the humidity.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that makes it so that like when your bread is proofing on the table and the sun's beating in and now the house is warmer because the sun's beating in, your bread's going to rise faster. Versus if it's colder and say it's gloomy out, your house is going to be colder. So then your bread's going to proof way slower or rise way slower. So that's the gist of a proofer is it keeps it steady every single time.
So Shelby, are you super excited about that?
No, because I have to spend money on it. I want to keep
She's
my
a
money.
cheap fuck. You know, she says that statement, but then she always spends money. It's just not on anything exciting.
So once that proofer comes in and it gets in the basement, and you might want to ask your cousin if he can help you carry that downstairs because that seems like that might be
It's
heavy.
only like 400 pounds,
Okay.
How much was the laser?
800.
Yeah, so the two of you can do it instead of the three of you.
But the laser
He
fit-
just wants to get out of it, I think.
No. I'm so when that proofer comes downstairs and it all gets all unpackaged and you open the door for the first time, you know what's going to happen.
What? It's going to not work?
No, you're going to start crying.
No, I
I
wouldn't
don't
cry
think
over
she would.
that.
I think you will
No.
because you'll be so excited, so happy for it that you're going to be like in tears of joy.
Maybe. but
We'll
I don't
see.
think
I just
so.
don't know if that one's the item. Because she did not want this.
Okay.
I've kind of led her
He
to
talked
it
me into it.
because
He's
her
making
problem
me
is
do it.
she she goes to work and then she comes home and she's got to do her bread and blah, 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 blah. Well, there's so many variables to how her bread rises.
Right.
So if you get rid of the variables,
Right.
it's like doing T-shirts. That was all manual stuff. You had to pick, you had to peel, you had to blah, 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 blah. Whereas this is like the laser. I hit a button and it goes.
Mm-hmm.
With a proofer, she hits a button and she goes.
Sure.
And she knows, okay, I have 4 hours and 52 minutes and my bread's going to be perfect. And I can come back and I can pop it in the top and cook 6 loaves at a time.
So it's on the bottom as the
No.
proofer and on the top is the oven.
Yes. Know what?
I can't just take it from the bottom
Well,
and
yeah,
put it in
but
the top.
you get the gist of what
Oh.
I'm saying.
Okay.
You know what they say?
No, I don't.
The proof is in the pudding.
I don't make pudding.
No, you
That's
are.
true.
No, I'm sorry. You're pumpkin,
Yeah.
Pumpkin.
not pudding.
Yep.
Well, so
Work.
here's the thing.
About a lovely lady.
I'm getting ready to do a backflow preventer or a few of them. The guy's got 5 of them.
Okay.
And he's got a brand new snowmobile.
Oh, that's such a dumb purchase.
But it's like 10 years old.
Dumb
It's
purchase.
got 24 miles on it. I'm going to try to get it.
I know,
I tried to get it last time.
but you don't ride enough.
I know it. But last time when I wanted to ride, they had no sleds available.
I get that.
And then I felt like a little bitch because I had to friggin' either ride bitch or I had to stay home.
I
And
get
I ended
that.
up staying home.
It's just that it's such a hard one because
I know it, but you know there's a challenge to try to achieve something that is out of reach.
now, I mean, if you're going to make a boatload of money on it, then sure. The problem
you
is,
know I don't flip stuff.
yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. It's just, it's hard to get into snow. Like this past year, you should have had it. Probably the most snow you would have seen.
I know it.
Next year, it's going to be a friggin' warm winter, and you're not going to be able to use it once.
Well, and that goes to the thing of, next year be in Florida. And, I do enjoy Florida. So it's one of them things that, it's nice to get down there and
So you're
enjoy.
not doing a trip at all like Aruba. You're just gonna do Florida, right?
We are not doing Aruba whatsoever.
right,
um,
but you're gonna be in Florida.
I
during that
think
time.
I think that we're going to get in a truck and we're going to travel Florida for at
Mm.
least a week.
Okay.
Or that's my goal. We are talking about a couple of things in the works.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of things that we've talked about a little bit off and on for the last few years. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's one of them things that you really don't know what. I'm more of a, hey, let's go here. You jump in the truck and go. Well, unfortunately, Super K has still got the friggin' thing over her head saying I have to work, which obviously she does because she doesn't have a ton of vacation time. We do have the hell's that
Starlink?
Starlink, so we're able to pick up and go. But there's a few places that I would like to go. What's the one down there in Tennessee?
Gatlinburg?
Gatlinburg.
Gatlinburg. Oh, you've never been there?
Never been there.
That's cool.
Gatlinburg, and there's another place that's right next to it or something. I'm not sure. It's you may have to
Nashville?
look. No, I've been to Nashville. You may have to look it up, but like Gatlinburg and something else in the area. But yeah, so that's kind of on my bucket list. I would like to go in the middle of the state in Florida. There's supposed to be a cool little
Pigeon
town.
Forge.
Yes.
Never heard of it.
Yep.
Never heard of Pigeon Forge?
Nope.
That's
What
where
about
that's where all the pigeons hang out.
no way.
Wow.
So is your camper one of those ones where you can pull in, park, hit a button, get out?
It
Go ahead.
It will be. Right now it's effed up because I have a short in it right now. But yes, it would be something that I could pull in, push the levelers go down. I push the 3 slides, they come out, and bam, we're done.
Okay.
I don't know if I went someplace I would necessarily pull the camper because I think the first time around there's a few things I'd like to see in Florida. I'd like to go to the Kennedy State.
No, I'm saying like So now that you answered that portion of the question,
Okay.
why don't you do like a friggin' 2-week jump on the road and just
Because Super K is not. I mean, yes, technically she could do that. We would have to travel at nighttime, which would be fine. I mean, we could take off at 3:30 and friggin', away you go, 5-6 hours, wherever it is, and pull in someplace and stop.
mm-hmm.
But I think that technically is probably a couple of years away still, to be able to be able to do that. Like next week.
So I'm gonna say this.
Okay,
Sometimes you never know that ending time.
you're right.
So if you keep putting it off, like it may never happen. You may get too old, too brittle, fucking gay, whatever it is.
There's nothing wrong with being gay.
I don't think you're supposed to say that. So.
Whatever. We have 6
Happy.
people watching, so I don't
were
give a
happy.
shit.
All right.
No one will see this.
And we're 3 of them.
Yeah,
Technically,
exactly.
one person just left.
Yeah,
so
so
that
we only
was
have
that was
5.
him or
Damn
her.
it.
Where is everyone?
I don't know.
Is it Thursday?
It is Thursday. I confirmed that.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah, I do agree that it's something that you have to make stuff happen.
Now, if you did that, obviously you have some bikes in the fucking garage.
Yeah.
Would you throw those on the back?
Are we talking the electric bikes,
Nope.
or are we
Mhm.
talking the,
The
other
other
ones?
ones.
The other ones aren't ready yet.
But
because-
say they are. This is a perfect scenario.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but what I would want to have happen is I need to have a basket on each bike because I'm going to be taking the pups. And that's one thing nice.
Rear
On
basket.
the
Well,
the
He does it on the electric bikes.
oh yeah.
Oh.
You put them right in the front basket and freaking Lucy just sits there and like.
If you could put him in
Do
the
you
back,
clip her
they
to it?
sell. Speaking of Alibaba, he should if he was going to do the opposite. But they sell baskets that you can heavy duty, kind of like just like your bike baskets
'Kay.
that are like the thick tubing.
Yep.
I thought about getting one for the spree.
Or the other option would be the trailers. Put a little trailer on
That
there,
would be cool too.
Throw the bikes in there.
I
'cause
want to do that so bad on the mopeds, but there's no mounting brackets.
Well, you can make something.
Thought about it.
Freaking get your welder out. And
3D printed, and Remy's
There
going.
you go. There you go. Well, you could probably, I would think that you would, well, if you get your Lexa, whatever it is, and go to the thick stuff, you might be able to do something like that. But anyway, I've kind of been snooping around for a friggin' bike thing. But if we take the electric bikes, it's so easy just to throw them right there in the
Oh
basket.
yeah, absolutely.
Because, well, I'm not sure how Hank would ride, but Lucy rides perfect in one of them, and they just absolutely love to do stuff like that. So it's one of them things. Like next weekend, we're going up to Houghton Lake. So we had some issues with the camper in Florida. The microwave in Florida, Super K was using the timer on it. Something happened, and that microwave basically went and it friggin' melted the glass
that's crazy.
on the microwave itself. So,
Something was fudged up from before because there's no way that the microwave just surges like that and then melts the glass
so here's my
without
thought.
there being an issue.
Absolutely. I would think that you would have a short somewhere. Now, she was using the timer on the microwave. So in what I said is, hey, it melted the glass. Did it also screw up the friggin'
What's going on, badass?
did it screw up the friggin'
Finally.
levelers? Why are you saying that?
Because he hasn't been here at all.
He's got stuff to do. He's
think
probably
She's
taking
just
the-
saying no one's been here.
he was
Literally no one
taking a
has been
poo
here.
or something like that.
I don't care.
But
I
yeah,
don't
so
know.
so it could have screwed up the friggin' levelers, and the guy at the RV store, he's like, "Oh, that's really a stretch. How is it a friggin' stretch? We got a microwave that melted glass. It's got to take. Tell me how much it takes to melt glass. What's the temperature?
Is
it
it?
needs? It's like 2,000 degrees. Where the hell do you get 2,000 degrees? And if it melted the microwave, why didn't it smoke Super K's friggin' computer? Because the computer was on. It smoked the levelers, but why didn't it smoke the friggin' computer as well? And the monitors and the refrigerator
Yeah,
and
it
all
should
the
have
other
done a
shit.
ton.
It's so weird. I still don't understand how that happened.
And I
14 to 1600 degrees.
I really don't. I hope that KZ, it is a KZ camper. I hope that KZ stands behind their stuff. It does have a 2-year warranty on it. My
You should be
biggest,
fine.
You want to know the good thing
what's that?
is if they don't, you can fucking bash them on YouTube and you
Yeah.
just make video after video after video. Normally that solves it because they hate negative publicity.
Sure.
They'll make it
And
right.
it
Hopefully.
shouldn't ever take that from any brand,
Right.
whoever it is. But
True.
let's be realistic. Same with like when you're buying a lawnmower or anything like that. Most companies aren't going to deal with it and they're not going to give
Sure.
a shit.
And that's something that I want to give them the opportunity to make it right. But in the same respect, I don't want to go through the whole summer of them fiddly farting around by saying, oh, we're still checking on warranty. And, because now I've got the RV dealership and KZ going back and forth. Is the guy that's calling KZ, hey, I called him 3 days ago. I'm waiting for, Harry and whatever in the balls department to friggin', give me a call back. So it's one of them things basically I said, fix the friggin' levelers. If I have to, I'll put a new microwave in myself. All you do is buying one, putting it back in there.
Exactly.
But I want to make sure that there's no short in there. Now, when I plugged it into the truck before I took it down there, I'm, walking around and I look, and there's a one of the friggin' little tiny lights on the left turn signal. It's got power to it. So that tells me somewhere in the trailer, there's a short.
Yeah.
Where it's at, I have no idea. But we need to get it fixed. Badass said he's going camping tomorrow.
Yay. So they're probably getting ready to camp.
They are.
Oh, I was getting ready. And I forgot it's Thursday.
Yeah.
I think everyone did.
Forgot that
Badass.
was Thursday.
Oh, Badass is the perfect person
Oh, boy.
to ask.
For what?
When you look at the cameras, all 3 angles, how much different does my angle look versus them? We're not necessarily looking to downgrade, but we're not looking to have a $800 webcam. So maybe get something that's a little more feasible. Do you notice a difference in quality between the two and how much?
So tell me this.
Tell me why.
Which cameras on the 3 screens are we? So obviously the white one is pointing at your friggin' melon.
Yep.
And then the other 2 are new cameras.
The one is a new camera. That one sucks.
Okay.
The widescreen.
And that one's taking a widescreen of all of them, which I don't think is too terrible.
I think that one, if we do anything, this camera will make it to there.
Okay.
Because that's going to give us a better photo. But I just don't know what to do with this one versus, because like these are a very expensive camera to be just down here.
Right.
Um,
And they're really too big to carry in your friggin'
Exactly.
fanny pack out in the woods.
if we were to sell it, obviously pay for the other cameras, but then if there's a little leftover money, then you get one that is more mobile for
Right.
yourself.
Yep. So the question was Badass before. So I'm looking at potentially buying a new smoker for the backyard. Both my smokers took a dump. I was looking to see
You know what John has? Keep going.
if you had a smoker, what kind do you have and do you like it? There's a question. What does John have?
He has what's the really expensive smoker brand?
There's a lot of really expensive ones. The Green Egg.
Nope, not the Green Egg.
You love that thing.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I looked at it again today. Luke's like, well, you got money. You could pay for the friggin', with your snowplow money. And I looked at it. I don't think I want a fully charcoaled Green Egg because I want to be able to, what do they say when you friggin' just put in, you walk away? There's that.
Set it and forget it.
Set it,
Yes.
forget it. And with a Green Egg, you can't
Traeger.
do that. See, Traeger, I think Traeger makes different levels as well.
Okay, why? What do you mean?
Well, I think they have a good, better, and best.
Okay.
I'm cold.
And I got my heater on over here.
I know, but I can't feel it.
Yours on.
I can't reach the plug.
Well, looks like you're SOL.
Wow, there's a lot. You got a lot of plug issues going on tonight.
What does that mean?
But
I'm not constipated.
but so basically, all the big box stores have got that good, better, and best thing. And like at your store today, I walked in. One was $4.99. One was $5.99. One was $6.99.
So with all of those, doesn't matter what big box company it's coming from. It's just like when you go to Walmart versus Best Buy.
Yeah.
They both carry Vizio TVs. Walmart's are the cheap Vizio TVs.
Right.
Best Buy is a specialty shop for those. Retailers aren't necessarily the best place to get it if you can order direct.
So I should go to a barbecue shop? Is that what you're saying?
Well, if you can find one, yes. And if so, you should get takeout as well, because that's about
Sweet.
all you can get smoked right now on your smokers. But I mean, yeah, there is a good, better, and best, but it's going to be very hard to get best from a normal retailer.
And that's the thing. At this point, I would like to get something that's a little step up, just because I've got a good starting point. Where if I didn't have the starting point, then I would have to do the whole nut at one time, and that's a big nut to crack. Where at least this way, I've got a down payment, and then I actually thought about taking some scrap brass in.
Okay.
And just firing 6 or 8 things in there. I have no idea what the price is right now, but that I should be able to get with a small truckload or a small load. I should be able to get one hell of a nice friggin' smoker with the brass and copper I've got.
What about just he said the widescreen is the bottom one. You're talking about the bottom camera, badass. That one's always fuzzy. But if you don't notice difference between the top two, that is helping my case.
Wait, badass, are you drinking?
Yeah, right.
I just want to make sure that the bloodshot,
Just
bloodshot in his
What
eyes.
does that mean? Just my eyes.
my eyes are blurry from the drinking.
Oh.
Like Saturday for me.
Yay.
Last Saturday or
This coming
No,
Saturday.
This coming Saturday.
Let's get drunk. Let's get drunk.
I have this, so I plan on coming, but I don't plan on staying very long because I went to lunch the other day and there was pretty much everyone, all the your young people in the family. It was so friggin' loud in there. It's like I get ready to stand up. Mark's like, RK's like, oh, you going down to see Norm at the club? Because that's what Grandpa used to use. I gotta go meet Norm at the club when it got super loud in there. He'd just get up and walk away like I can't take it no more.
That's the fun part, though, when there's everybody there.
Well, it is, but when you're not used to all that at one time, and if you're not, in my
It's all your
case,
fam.
if you're, oh no, absolutely, if you're not liquored up, it's hard to friggin', you can't just go in there and sit and chat because they're not chatters. They're friggin', they're screamers and talkers and louders.
Yeah.
And the louder they talk, the louder the person next to them is going to talk, so they
there's
can talk
17
over.
conversations going on
That's
at the
right.
same time.
That's right. So anyway, it'll be interesting. Yeah. Yep. So it'll be a good party, I think. But yeah, so we went to Minnesota last weekend. We went to Shields.
He's not drinking.
Who's not drinking? Oh, badass ain't.
Are you drinking?
We went to Shields Store, SCHEELS.
You love this place.
I friggin' love that place. It was absolutely fantastic. Check it out.
Hi, Connie. Oh, we did. You sent us a bunch of pictures.
Oh, did I? So, well, no, I'm talking about the whole store thing. But so you walk into this place, it's kind of like a Bass Pro, Cabela's, Ace Hardware, friggin' Walmart, Target, all wrapped together. So they got some
This
stuff.
place?
Yeah. So they got some stuff, and it's big in the middle of the United States, like from Wisconsin on over to North Dakota, South Dakota, and all the way down. They had guns where you could actually fondle them. which
Okay.
was pretty darn cool. I mean, they actually they had the little thing on it so you could pick it up and sight down the guns and whatnot.
This website doesn't do it for me.
But they had a bunch of stuff in there, like golf clubs and shoes and friggin' pictures and cabin stuff and paintings and lights and you name it. So that is one of the places that I requested that we go back because I think it's a 2-day store.
Nice.
We were in there probably 3 to 4 hours, and I wandered around. I wanted to be back in there to really look. I wanted to buy something. But that's where I got into the green egg, and I kind of got hooked on that whole thing. They had a little one like this big around. It's like, that'd really be sweet. And then it's like, I can't do it.
How much is it?
Well, it all depends on what you're buying. Like the little green egg,
Yeah.
$500.
That's expensive.
Yeah, for a little green egg. And the big one is like $1,200. But it's charcoal fed. So it's like, if you do an absolute, like Jimmy has got he's got the smoker, but he's got half charcoal and he's got half pellet stove, I think. And he's got the Traeger. Absolutely loves the Traeger. My question with the green egg is in Aruba, we had the steak on there. Absolutely fantastic. And I think buying the small one would be all we would need, but I cook pretty much everything on my Blackstone.
Exactly.
So really the only thing I want in the Blackstone is way better than a grill, in my opinion, because all the flavors and whatnot stay right there. Sometimes you don't get the charcoal, or not the charcoal, the bark that as they call it.
Okay.
But so I looked at that, but they've got just an absolute ton of stuff in this store. So looking forward to going back in there. I'm thinking that maybe the girls may like it, may not like it, but I really don't care because we're going to the Mall of America as well. So I'll give you as much time as you give me.
I'm fine with going anywhere.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I was super happy with it. I guess they're making a Shields in Grand Rapids, which is interesting. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, it's, a lot of cool stuff there. So, and then we went and play golf, hit the ball really well.
Okay.
So we're golfing with myself and Luke and his dad and his stepdad. So the stepdad hadn't played in quite some time. First hole, there's like these boxes that look like this. So it tells you drive the cart this way or drive the cart this way. So he hits his ball, first shot, friggin' drills it right into the absolute center of that V thing, and the ball comes shooting back past us, goes like 30 feet behind us.
What do you mean?
So like I said, the cart looked like this with the flat part on the top.
The cart.
Or I'm sorry, the metal. He had like some metal layer on the ground, so it said
Oh.
like drive your cart this way or drive your cart.
Yeah.
Don't drive it right
Yeah.
over top of here. And he hit the center of that bitch. He didn't hit
Bing.
either one of the sides, and that thing come flying right straight back at us. And then like 6 holes later, there's a friggin' sign there that says no carts with an arrow, or no,
Nice. I did that once.
don't drive here or something like
Yeah.
this.
Okay.
So friggin' Bill hits the friggin' thing. It spins like 7 times and it stops where it says, don't drive here.
Like the same spot or a different direction?
Different hole. It friggin' pointed just like he never moved it. Like
That's
he
so
spun
funny.
it and it
Yeah.
friggin' never went nowhere.
Oh boy.
Which I thought was pretty, it was pretty funny.
You hit it with the golf cart or
No,
No,
this
a
was
ball.
his golf ball.
Oh, it was golf ball.
Yeah, it was golf ball. I told him, I said, there's no way in hell you could do that again.
I was just gonna say.
And then we had some Mr. McGillicuddy's. You ever
Okay.
have that?
What's that? No.
It's like a peppermint schnapps, I think.
Okay. I don't know if I'd be a fan of that. I mean,
It sounds like a Christmas drink.
It definitely would be a Christmas drink. We had some stuff, and it kind of reminded me of Goldschlager.
ooh.
So Goldschlager, years ago, when we were going to camp in the UP, we pull up into town at the holiday, and we see one of our buddies to have not stepbrother, his brother-in-law at the time, go walk into the store. I go, hey, there's Johnny. So we walk over. I'm snooping through the back of his truck. He's got a friggin' bucket back there. He's got a thing of Goldschlager back there. It's like, well, we're taking this. Take it, friggin' put it over into the truck. And he comes out and, so we go back to camp. We're like, he's like, yeah, I got a friggin' bottle of Goldschlager somewhere, but I have no idea what the hell, what happened to it. So he comes to our camp a couple of days later and we got this thing shoved in the snow. So Goldschlager has got like specks of not real gold, but this gold-looking stuff inside the bottle.
How do you know it's not actual gold?
Because if it was, I wouldn't be drinking it. I'm assuming. I
think it's real.
I'm
what
not.
is it called?
Goldschlager, like it's spelled
Schlager.
right there. So it has the
Thin yet visible flakes of 14 karat gold floating in it.
I'll be dipped in 2 piles of dog doo-doo.
Wow.
Never knew that.
Not
That's
one.
crazy.
Let's go, girls.
So anyway, he comes in. He's like,
They don't just put fake gold and stuff.
oh my God, you guys bought Goldschlager too? I go, hell yeah, you want some? He's like, I would love some. I bought a bottle. I can't find out where the hell happened to it. So we fed him his whole bottle of Goldschlager. Got him drunker than hell. He's like, next time I'll buy the bottle. It's like, don't worry, you bought the bottle.
You did.
Then
Did you end up telling him?
We finally told
What
him. He's
did he
like,
say?
you son of a bitches. Yep.
That's funny. Where do you find it?
I have no idea. That's the first time I ever had it. And
Cinnamon schnapps.
that shit-
What do you eat with it? Or drink with it,
What?
I mean. Sorry, what do you mix it with? Like,
Goldschlager.
you just drink it plain?
Yeah, you can put ice on it if you want, but usually
It's
It's-
just like an on the rocks
it's kind
thing?
of like a mouthwash.
Oh.
So
No way.
if you drink it, it's kind of like a real strong minty, kind of like the Dr. McGillicuddy's type thing. It's people used to drink this when it's real cold out. They'll have that because it burns all the way down, so it makes you feel like you're warm.
Wait, why do you do that for fun? You drink that?
No, we do it because people make us do it. They're like, drink this
That,
Okay.
again,
that is normally true.
Ugh.
again.
Yuck.
So yes, that is what happened. But it was a good trip up there.
Cool.
We had a good time. I hit the snot out of the golf ball, so I was pretty happy.
What?
How stoked are you for your new clubs?
I'm pretty stoked.
When do you get them?
I'm not sure yet.
Oh.
Probably
I-
he's ordered them.
I have to come up and
You what?
He ordered them.
I did
Oh.
order 'em, yes. I have to come up and steal or look at Zach's new golf bag first to see what I want to get for a golf bag. Because one, I don't want to be Bopsy twins, so I don't want to have the same color as him.
Why not?
Nice.
He sent the stuff
True.
I have
he's-
the same exact club set as mom.
as what?
As mom.
Oh, as your mother-in-law?
And I don't care.
But do you have the same bag?
It's
Everything.
the same top to bottom.
Really?
Everything's the same.
But she has 2 little rubber bands on the handlebars.
That way she knows
Yeah,
which ones are
exactly.
hers. I can't blame her on
Who,
that one.
me?
You, yeah.
I have a new putter.
That's true.
And she has her own putter.
Putter,
That's
putter,
true.
putter, 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 putter. So when you bought your putter, did you go and try it out? Or did you just get a leftover?
We were there
Oh,
for
we were there for
probably
like an hour and a half.
2 hours
Yeah.
probably.
So you were tapping the old balls around the friggin' green there?
Yep.
Cool.
I gave her every friggin' putter in there. At one point, she had a $450 putter in
Oh.
her
I
hand.
can't believe you didn't buy her the Scotty Cameron
I didn't like the Scotty Cameron at all.
because you
She
looked at the
didn't.
price tag on it.
Nope.
No, I just didn't like the
Okay.
way I felt.
So
She
when
tried a Bettinardi, which is another $450 putter.
I loved that one.
You were between two.
I know.
I think the one you
So-
have is equally as
It
you like
is.
that one as
I loved it.
much.
So, Graham's neighbor,
Yeah.
mom's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, how I work with him and his wife, and he's a huge golfer. He keeps saying, I'm going to go golf with Kathy, blah, blah, blah. So I told him, I said, hey, I got a new putter for my birthday. He goes, oh, you did? And I said, yeah. He goes, what kind? I was like, I looking on my phone. I was like, oh, I guess I didn't take a picture of it. So I took a picture of it when I got home, showed him the next day. He looks at me and he goes, you took a picture of the aftermarket grip. I was like, I said, oh, and then he zooms in, he goes, but it looks like a cobra. I said, yes, it does say that.
So you said, I got the Golf Galaxy putter.
Oh, it was so funny. Let me find the picture.
It is a cobra.
Yeah, I know, but it was just, he goes, like, he was just so, like, wow. Like, what goes on in there
Oh,
type
yeah.
thing. Oh, embarrassing, though, because I work with the guy.
Well, as long as you get your breathing techniques down, you're okay.
Yeah.
Bug 'em.
And you got yours. You got all your stuff put in your new bag.
Yep.
You like it? Do you really like it?
I haven't golfed with it yet, so
I
I'm going
know,
to find out.
But is it something that you
I
look at it and you
hate the
go,
gloss on it.
okay,
They do sell multiple models.
That's
I think
the
that
picture I took.
okay. So that is just like the grip that I have on mine. That grip
Yep.
is
That's
too
the
big.
picture I showed him.
no, it's not. It's so comfortable.
Really?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. The Super Stroke, your problem is you got a Scotty Cameron, and changing out your Scotty Cameron grip would be absurd because that's what makes that putter keep its value.
You know me though.
That's true. You'll butcher anything.
That's right.
What was your question? Oh, my bag. So I like how much room is in there, and I like the individual pockets for each.
So did you get a 14 hole or a 13 hole or a 15 hole?
14.
Okay.
I have 14 clubs in my bag. I could ditch one and be fine. I could replace the one shitty club,
Okay.
and I'd be happy. But it is, I like how it's very sturdy when it stands.
Right.
You don't got any weight going left, right.
Now, did you put your balls in it?
I have like 70.
Okay.
Um,
And it doesn't tip over?
nope.
Oh.
And then it has, the coolest thing about it is it has this one pocket on the flap that is a magnetic pocket, so you don't have to unzip, rezip,
Right.
unzip. You just pop it open, and then once you let it go, it just slams shut.
And that is kind of nice because that way, if you got your whatever in there, your cigarettes or your friggin',
Yes.
cocaine or whatever, you don't
Oh,
have to
wow.
friggin'
All
take
the
the strap off to
Correct.
get into there. Yeah, that's one of them things. How about the cooler? How many beers can you get in there?
Haven't tried it yet.
Okay.
Says 6.
Oh.
But I don't know. Haven't had a need for that yet.
For the beer?
I haven't been golfing since I bought it. My goal is tomorrow Shelby's going up north. I'll probably go to the golf course and golf.
So
Probably.
you're off tomorrow then?
No,
Oh,
I'll probably
working.
go after work. But that's just because she's gone and I'm fucking around.
Sure.
He's going to be so sad.
So
without me.
sad.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll miss you.
He will.
But you know what? A nice round of golf always makes people feel better.
Well, it depends on how it goes.
That's true.
You might as well enjoy it because, like I said, it's going to be cold this weekend.
I don't want your
It's not
level of
gonna be
cold and my
cold.
Well,
I can do 60s. 60s is comfortable for me.
I totally understand that when you're playing golf, but we got such nice weather, and we the last couple of weeks we've been spoiled where you can come home, you can sit on the deck, you can friggin' hang out, whatever. Then you get the cold weather, you're like, this sucks.
It's a
Now I
high
gotta
of
wear a coat.
66 on Saturday.
Yeah, see,
I can do that.
It's
I
fine.
hate today too hot.
Way
Yesterday
too hot. Today, yesterday,
Miserably hot. Arguably.
today.
Yes.
Nah,
Today got better. In the morning it was muggy and nasty. It got better mid-afternoon because it was like 73, but not muggy.
Well, tomorrow I got some stuff going on. I'm going to do a little clean out on the truck. I've got floor to ceiling of crap inside there. So I'm going to come through and clean that whole thing out and then try to start working a little bit more on the old barn, get some of that stuff done. I just got to get some shit put away around here.
Yeah.
It's getting
Getting out of
and now since we pulled the camper down, we took some stuff out of there and I got that all piled in there. I got to get some stuff moved around. I might even throw some stuff out.
Holy.
Yeah, holy what?
Holy wow.
So anyway, what else is going on in your life, Shelb?
Nothing.
When's the garden going in?
After Memorial Day.
That's what they say.
No,
Yes.
you need to start to put your
Oh.
walls up and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
but the garden goes in after Memorial Day.
So I was
Correct.
up to the store today, and Miss T said that Mr. D has some garden bags.
Correct.
We have those.
I would like to have you send me the link for them, if you would.
Depends how big you want.
What are you trying to plant
it
in there?
helps choke things.
Okay. So you're taking it to bed?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
Or if you have, or if
The hell is that?
Weird.
Siri.
Siri. What the hell happened? What the hell's that?
What the hell's that?
Is that a joke? What the hell's that?
I don't know the full context of that one,
But it is
yeah.
a thing.
But the garden bags are good for like tomato plants that you don't want to overgrow because it
Okay.
kind of chokes the roots out and it can't overgrow.
Okay.
We used them last year; they work great. Didn't have a single issue.
I would like to try a couple just to see how they go.
You won't hate them by any means.
Okay.
You just have to choose what you put in them to make the most sense. Like she put herbs up on the deck so she could walk out and then watch them die because she didn't ever really pull anything from them last year.
Right.
What? I use rosemary and basil all the time.
Oh, well, they started to die.
What about
Yeah,
that
that's
one
because
guy?
the season was over.
Herb.
Herb?
Yeah. Was he in that bag too?
Could have been.
What? Herb is like the general term for a spice.
Isn't it herb?
Yeah, herbs.
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 Yeah.
You don't say the H.
Herbs. Isn't it herbs?
Herbs. Yeah.
Well, why don't they spell it ERB then? Like herb.
We could start
lumber.
that.
My
Yeah.
head hurts.
Just like
Can we stop?
just like I wanted to bring back the word poo.
Why? Where did
I
it
don't
go?
know,
It's not like bringing sexy back. Like it's a word that people use.
It could be.
Well,
Not.
you look at how much caca has come around. You know, when you come home from the UP, friggin'
There's only 3 people in the UP that say caca,
yeah.
and it brings back with 7 or 8 of us.
That's right.
All right. Anyway.
Anyway,
Anyway.
well,
Anyway.
it's 8
Anyway.
o'clock. So you're going up north tomorrow. You're going to, where did you say you were going?
Frankenmuth.
Frankenmuth. So it's really not up north, but it'll be fun. That'll be a fun trip for you. I hope you get hammered and throw up.
Thanks.
Well, just, you might as well make it worth it. So when you're up there, could you do some research for Zach on his thing that he started to build last weekend?
No, I'm busy.
She won't help me with that.
What thing?
My app I'm trying to build.
His app that he's trying to build.
Oh, we're gonna be at Beer Fest
Exactly.
in a tent outside.
Okay, would it work in that tent?
No, because it's like a beer tent at a fair,
It could work in any beer tent.
but there's no TVs.
They could have TVs. Maybe they need to upgrade their system.
This is all something that
If
you
you
got.
pay for me to go for 2 days, I'll do some research.
Could you throw up 2 days in a row?
I think she could.
I definitely could.
So anyway,
Does it count when it's at 11:30 the night before and then 8 a.m. the next day?
sure.
Yeah.
I think that would be okay.
Okay. Yep. She
I-
did that 2 weekends ago, so we're good.
Sweet.
Easy.
Sweet.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, we're
It
done.
was something she ate.
That's true.
So
I have a fun fact.
okay.
We're not quite there.
He said we were done.
Well, I said it is 8 o'clock, so we can be done.
That's okay. What were you gonna say?
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I don't know what I was going to say now.
About the Beer Fest and the app and the stuff. You don't want to talk about it too much because you don't want people to
I
take
know
your
it.
idea.
I know it. Excuse me, smoker's cough.
Bless you. Ugh.
Anyway, let's get the hell out of here. Let's go home.
Okay.
'Kay.
My fun fact is that octopuses have 3 hearts and blue blood.
If there's more than one, is it octopussies?
What about that song?
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.